and fire! What's happening here? It's my grandfather, Gerald Robotnik.
What's that vibration?
Hey, wait! Someone is coming.
You haven't given up yet?
Oh, it's all over for us.
What do you mean?
I just received a message from my boss. This space colony Ark is currently approaching the Earth at an incredible velocity. It probably will impact Earth.
What's that on the screen?
This is a death sentence for every human being on Earth. If my calculations are correct, the space colony Ark will impact the Earth in 27 minutes and 53 seconds. All of you will be destroyed, along with your beloved planet Earth.
I plan to give you a taste of my revenge once all the 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected. Once I initiate this program, it cannot be disabled. All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel my loss and despair.
Is there anything else you want to say?
No. Ready!
What's going on here? Who is that?
I plan to give you a taste of my revenge.
The vibration's getting
once all the
worse.
Professor Gerald Robotnik, one of the greatest scientific minds in the world, and my grandfather.
What? I knew you were behind all this. Stop it right now, or else...
I'd have done this a long time ago if I had the chance.
What do you mean?
You're pretty persistent for a hedgehog, aren't you? You're still alive.
Just letting Knuckles pilot the shuttle on the way over here was more dangerous than you could ever be.
What is this?
This is my grandfather's diary.
I don't quite know what happened or what went wrong. Was it a mistake to create the ultimate life form? I thought it would be something that would benefit mankind, but then the military guards landed on the colony that day. They were sent to destroy the research project that I had been working on. My colleagues at the research facility, my granddaughter, Maria, I hope you are all safe. The colony was completely shut down, probably to keep the prototype from falling into the wrong hands.
The Ark was shut down under the premise that there had been an accident. I found Maria's name among those who died when the Ark was shut down. She meant everything to me, and I couldn't bear the thought that she died because of my research. I lost everything. I had nothing more to live for. I went insane. All I could think about was to avenge her. Somehow, some way. I got scared as I no longer was able to control my thoughts. All I could think about was that I wanted it all to be based on my original projections. I was able to complete my project, Shadow. I designed its mind to be perfect, pure. I will leave everything to him. If you wish, release and awaken it
If
to
you
the
wish to
world.
fill the world with destruction... Oh, so that's why you released Shadow from the base.
Core of the Eclipse Cannon is now highly reactive and explosive. This is because the Chaos Emerald is overpowered. If the colony collides with Earth, it will shatter into pieces like my grandfather predicted. That mad scientist the amount of energy given off by the emeralds. We have to stop the energy.
But how?
That's it. There is a way to stop the energy. We have to use your emerald. You're the one that told me that the Master Emerald has the power to stop the Chaos Emerald.
That's right. If I use this, I just might be able to stop the Chaos Emerald.
The reaction of the Chaos Emeralds is moving toward the cannon's core. It may be too late.
There still may be some time left. If we pull together, we might be able to get to the shortcut that leads to the core.
No worries. Just leave it to me. I'm the world's fastest hedgehog.
Then, let's get to work!
Welcome back to more Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Last time we finished up the dark story, which ended with an ominous warning message after Eggman placed the last Chaos Emerald. So we're picking up right after that, and having to stop the Ark from crashing into the Earth. So this is actually a really long level. Compared to what else we've dealt with in the rest of the game. We play as 5 of the 6 main characters, so it's going to be a bit of a ride. I'm not really a fan of this level, mostly because of a certain part that we will get into, but not because of the level being bad per se. It's just I have bad blood for this one section that just kind of drove me insane as a kid. But as a whole, it's a really cool final concept that unfortunately wouldn't be used again until Sonic 06, because Sonic Heroes did not have a final level. You just have a boss battle, somewhat anticlimactically. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't have been able to squeeze through that gap, but I'm not gonna question the logic of this game. I need to actually wait for a little bit anyway. Shoot that again. These switches freeze time temporarily, allowing you to actually get really ridiculous time bonuses if you use a certain bug. There's a bug where if you actually off-screen the switch long enough in a certain section, the timer will actually stay frozen. Okay, so we blew up the blast door there. So now Eggman is taking over to take care of the second blast door. But yeah, it is unfortunate that the only time this concept returns is Sonic 06. But Shadow kind of did a similar thing where they just have a long gauntlet, but it's not fun. Nothing in Shadow is. And on the subject of Shadow the Hedgehog, there's actually a plot hole in that game too. This game makes it sound like Shadow, to me at least, maybe, you know, this is all very relative. To how you interpret what Gerald Robotnik says, but to me, it sounds like Shadow was actually perfected and put in stasis. Actually, no, that's a plot hole within this game, potentially, because it sounds like Shadow was created before the Ark incident. So how could all the stuff with Maria happen, is my point. But it occurred to me he could be talking about the other prototype being perfected. So, that could be. But he said Shadow, so I'm a little bit confused on that part. Because to me, it kind of sounds like, yeah, Shadow should have been created, later than, like, after Maria had died as part of Gerald Robotnik's revenge plan. But that's not really the case. By the way, that jump sucks, and you will have to make this jump in a future mission, so make note of that. Sucking. By the way, if you actually do screw up, in terms of rings, you are really out of luck on this level. This is the worst level to A rank because it's so long and you have to do things with every character. The level itself isn't bad, but like A ranks are absolutely terrible. I actually timed that switch perfectly, so I'm spamming the heck out of it so I could get up those stairs. You actually have to wait for the blocks to make a staircase, and I just happened to accidentally time it right, so might as well capitalize on it. So now we go into another section. We basically need to activate the drainage system so we can access a special area, but it's not that easy. I'm just gonna put it like that. I think Big the Cat can be seen up there. Yeah, you can kind of see him. It's a little bit hard to see, but now we need to book it over here. Go past you, break you actually, so you can't get in the way. Shoot, I had the perfect timing window and I missed it. Okay, I messed up. We have to time this really precisely. So we can actually get into this room. I would recommend hitting the switch again, because just dealing with all these enemies is a little bit of a pain. Okay, so the switch is open to us. We have access to the switch is what I'm trying to say. And this part's a little finicky, so bear with me if it takes a few tries. That was actually good. Sometimes that block can actually, well, block you. So that ended up being really lucky. That was out of the way. So now we're draining the water into the core. And this is the part I don't like. As a kid, I had no clue the air necklace existed other than like passing references to things online. And again, this is like, you know, dial-up, so it's not like a really reliable way to obtain information on the game. So I didn't know the air necklace existed, so I got really stuck on this part, because it is actually really difficult if you don't have the air necklace, because you have to swim a long way collecting air bubbles, a la Classic Sonic. But it's just generally kind of a pain to do this without, because you have to spend so much of this part underwater. It's actually really problematic, and I actually think it might be part of the reason why I kind of don't like water levels in games, because this just kind of nope. And also the jingle. I mean, everyone says this, but the jingle does not help when you're drowning in any Sonic game. So this happens to be, I'd say, the longest section, just because you can't move very fast underwater, and also this part is really easy to mess up. So I'm gonna try to take my time. I was trying to kind of swoop into the switch and then swing back up so I can make it into the tunnel as fast as possible. Hit this switch, and if you can hit that switch, you're probably okay, or not. See what I mean? That's a really tight timing window, and trying to do this and not drown is surprisingly difficult. Like, there's not really a way to swim faster. So it's kind of a crapshoot. I've never found a consistent method to do that, so that wasn't bad. I'll take that. Last line of defense to the core. Now we are in control of Sonic. Now this part has a bit of a Kaizo trap, I would say, and this also ticked me off as a kid. But yes, I would actually classify it as a Kaizo trap. It's a very finicky term because it's like, what is a Kaizo trap? Kaizo trap is basically something that you can't really know about in advance and you can't avoid, which is actually something Sonic does obnoxiously often. So this is where you need to get your speedrun strats on if you care. Ow. So, if you manage to actually get really far using that switch, sometimes the timer will, like the switch won't reactivate. But this is the Kaiser Trap. So the waterfall will push you down. You have to go over this waterfall. And nothing really tells you need to do this. So, yeah, I would actually classify that as a Kaiser Trap because, yeah, I did die there a lot because I didn't know about it. Now I have it pretty well ingrained. But it's just a straight shot to the end now.
Yes!
Probably a C, I want to guess, because we didn't get many rings to the end. Well, color me surprised.
Piece of cake.
Ooh, I hate it when they leave me behind. Look, it's Shadow. I really gotta stop whining. Everyone's trying their best to help out, and so must I. Shadow, we need you. Please help us.
It's all going according to plan. There's no reason for me to help them. Besides, there's no way to save anyone.
There has to be. I know that people fight over the most trivial things. Some people may be selfish, like the professor said. But they're basically good if they try their best and never give up on their wishes. They always have a reason to be happy. That's why you should help them out. Saving them is a good thing. Shadow, I beg you, please do it for them. Give them a chance.
Shadow, I beg of you, please, do it for me.
Maria!
Future for all people who live on that planet. Give them a chance to be happy. Let them live for their dreams. Shadow, I know you can do it. That's the reason why you were brought into this world. Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
I promised her. And I must keep that promise. That's what Maria wished for. I've got to go now. I have to keep my promise to Maria.